the blood that bought me, by the Spirit that quickens me, by the heavens that awaits me. Brothers and sisters, I ask you to come with me to the battle. The darkest part of the hour is that which precludes the rising of the sun, the time when kings and queens unto the Most High God go forth to the battle. If you just can arise and shake off the dust, put on your beautiful gown and press forth like kings to the battle with a resolution bound to conquer in the name of the Son. To the battle, for we cannot afford to lose. To the battle, for we cannot afford to lose. Remember the seal of the blood of reconciliation that was shed on the cross. God can never treat the blood of Christ Jesus with indifference. To the battle, we cannot afford to lose. Remember the covenant that was ratified and made sure by the death of Christ on the cross. How can God the Almighty renounce the covenant, the word He pronounced for 1,000 years? He remembers it forever. Rise out with your finger to the battle. We cannot afford to lose. Remember the promise. In due season we shall reap if we faint not. When you feel within your spirits the motion of the Spirit of God calling you to do one unusual service, bestir yourself. When you hear the whispers in the midst of pain that seem to say, awake, arise. Behold, the whole land is covered with thick darkness, and your fellow man is bowed in distress. Bestir yourself in a prayerful anxiety, in a prayerful compassion. Bestir yourself and reveal the light that God has given you and never cease to shine. Let the fire burn according to the dictates of your heart. After all my goings and comings, how glad I am to have found Christ, the greatest physician who is never baffled by any disease of human nature. How glad I am to know that guilt can be washed away. How glad I am to know that hearts of stone can be turned into hearts of flesh. Glad I am to know that all follies and blasphemies of men can be forgiven and forgotten. In the portion of the Lord's chosen, grace occupies my position. Smooth sailing shall be my portion in the midst of the storm. I will stand in the excessive light of fellowship, where all spots and wrinkles fade away. I am standing in the excessive light of fellowship, where all manner of sin is rolled away. How glad I am! There is no more hiding away. There is no more hiding away. I shall struggle. I shall press forth. I cannot afford to put off the blessed day. There is healing for my soul, I shall have it. Let it cost me what it may, pay no payment. I shall struggle until I touch the hem of his garment and be made whole again. When you feel within your spirit the motion of the Spirit of God calling you to do an unusual service, bestir yourself.